Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in, especially everybody that's supporting us, like Bobby Bagley, it's tuning in. And I wasn't going to do a video, I said that last week, but he is right. I got to do these videos for posterity's sake so people can look into them later on. And I think I'm going to try to run this down real quick as much as I can. I'm going to be on vacation for a couple weeks, so I'm going to run down this genealogy. And like I said, where we left off at last was a report from the Commission of Volume 27, 44 of Henry III, Welsh Recognition, Deeds, and Inquisitions. And I'm going to run through this. Even if you hear anything going on, I'm not going to stop the video and repeat it because there's dogs and everything else running around here. But I'll go ahead and run through that again to start off that genealogy. And that was, again, from the report from the Commission, Volume 27, 44 of Henry III, Welsh Recognition, Deeds, and Inquisitions. That's William Bagley, son of Peter Bagley. Charter of granting to John, son of Hammond Bagley, Dassart in the town of called Ennis Brockflocus, and that's Enesebrockflocis, which William Bagley by his charter gave to Peter, the said John, to pay yearly at the term of St. Michael 12 denarii for all services, to the said William at the same term his third best pig. So, like I said, so you got a genealogy there. If you're, I know it's tough looking through it, but it's Peter had William and Hammond had John. So the next part is from the Visitation at Cheshire, then the Parliamentary Papers, volume 26, and of the House of Commons of Great Britain, Parliament House of Commons, Chester Plea Roll number 4, 2-5 of Edward III, and DLTB1, Library A of Peter Lester's work. And I'm going to run you down quick, and I'll revisit some of these individuals and individual videos to, and forgive the way I look. I've been working in the yard and things of that nature. So I'm going to run it down. So you have Peter Bagley. He had William Bagley. Now, from the Visitation of Cheshire, you have William Bagley, who had John and William Bagley. But we also found out that the same William Bagley had Geoffrey, which is by a land grant that's kept in was with the John Rylands Library. It could be with, probably get a copy of it through their National Archives, which is on shutdown right now. But, so you had William, who had the son William. He had a son Geoffrey. Then you had John that had a son named William. This is all the same line. And William that had a son named William. Okay, so through that same line, and it's hard to picture because there's so many of these people with the same name, it's complex. So when you start adding wives to it, it's going to be complex. Some of these individuals could be the same individual married several times over, or it could be a son married. It's hard to, to decipher that. But you had William I, it seemed to have been married to Lucy Corona, which I think she was sisters to Thomas Corona. I'm doing this from my mind, so don't hit me too hard. And that is associated with Addington Hall, where he had some rights in Addington Hall at one time. Then you had William that was married to Rosia, and you'll see that in a land grant too that's in the National Archives, and it was Rosia Lee. And it seems that he may have been married twice, or it's a different William, because there's so many William Bagleys running around at the time that you'll see it sometimes maybe on websites, Anne Maria. Okay, now through the Parliamentary Papers, volume 26 that I mentioned, I went through these, and Anne Maria appears to be the daughter of William Greytsy, and that's Greytsy. And that, once again, you can see that in the parliamentary papers and in the Chester plea roll, number 4, 2-5 of Edward III. And then when you get into Peter Leicester's work, here's where a big genealogy happens, and a record that may no longer exist but was wrote down by Peter Leicester in the 1600s was Hamo, and this is X of Peter Leicester's work. Mark it as X. It's Hamo, son of John, son of Hamo, grants William, son of William. So there's more there. 2 acres in the march of Bagley near Thorley. Okay, and also in X you'll mentions Hamo once again, and his wife Matilda, and you can look at the records to see that she was a daughter of she was a Della Road, and which is one of the old names back then, and he had a brother named Richard. So right there you get a genealogy. It's Hamo, son of John, son of Hamo, grants William, son of William. So Hamo is the son of John, and John is the son of Hamo, which is the other line that I mentioned earlier, which you have Hammond, and he had a son named John. So right there we have 2 lines coming out of Bagley transferring down. Okay. So Hamo had a brother named Richard. And that's DLT 1B1X2 of Peter Leicester's work. Okay, so Matilda, and to mention the witness on that one deed for Hamo, son of John, son of Hamo, grants William, son of William, 2 acres of marsh in Bagley near Thorley, witnessed by William or by U. Bagley. Okay, on W. Dot, and those are important because you can look up W. Dot and Peter Leicester's work, and once again that's DLT B1, I think, Library A, so it's DLT B1, Library A of Peter Leicester's work on W. Dot. Matilda, daughter of Thomas Della Road, widow of Hammond, who was the son of John Bagley, grants rights to William Bagley, rights to free tenements once held by her husband. And then on D of the same work, Hamo, the son of John, gave all of his land, in Bagley to William, son of William Bagley, and that's about 1310. Okay, a lot of these individuals in 1311 were involved in a raid on Salford, and that's in the National Archives, SC/8/76/3488, and it's also, you can get a transcribed edition of that on South Lancashire in the Reign of Edward II, Manchester Press, page 86, manuscript 2363, mentions this raid. And it mentions who is my ancestor, my direct ancestors, U. Bagley and his sons that are mentioned in it, and which I'll mention later here in this genealogy. So, going back into William, he appears to have a brother or a cousin named Adam, and in the Pitchford Hall estates about 1247, he owned land in what's called Golden, and that's in the county of Salop, Shropshire, in 1293-94. And Adam, and his, once again in Peter Leicester's work, you'll see a grant that Adam had donated to John, son of Adam, grants to William, son of William Bagley, lands in Bagley, held by his mother, Agnes, which some records say is Agnes de Vernon. And that's January 7th, 1309. And that's DLT B1 Library A1 dot, that you can see that. Okay, so we're working this down here. So, we move on to Hamo's brother Richard. Richard, son of Richard, okay, son of John, who was the son of Hamo, granted all his rights and land to William Bagley that John, son of Hammond held. Or John, son of Hammond held, yes. So that, once again, that's Richard, son of John, son of Hamo, granted all his rights and land to William Bagley that John, son of Hammond held. And that's about, I think it's 1337. I'm cheating a little bit here because it's a lot to remember. And that is on Peter Lester's work, H. Dot. And that's about the time of Edward III, 1337, I believe. And then in the Visitation of Cheshire, you can see a Latin transcription of Richard, which is Ego or I, Richard Bagley Sr., Dead I, Thomas Daniers, Knight, Isabel, wife of Thomas Daniers, and Herodib something other, Hale, 22nd Edward III. So, Isabel Bagley, some people put she was the daughter of William Bagley, which is accurate because there is a land grant, I believe it does mention that. So I'm going to run down that little brief section. Okay, so Isabel Bagley, Thomas Daniers, they were married, and these are the heirs of Lime Hall. Lime Hall actually was once a Bagley possession. I think it was given away as a dowry, most of it, and some of it was granted to Thomas Daniers for his service with Edward III. But so let me hit through that. And I'm sorry, I'm having to look away from the camera and stuff, but I'm just trying to do a quick video today just to give you some of the information I got. So this one's in, you can see some of this in the Great Britain Public Records Deputy Keeper volume from 23 to 30, and that's a volume from 1840 to 1905, I believe. And the Parliamentary Papers from volume 31, excuse my things, by Great Britain Parliament House of Commons. Okay, so you got Isabel Thomas Daniers. She had a daughter named Margaret. A lot of people just associate Margaret with one famous marriage, which was Peter Lee or Piers Lee, but she was married actually at least 3 or 4 times. And one, it's documented that nobody knows about. There's never been mentioned. She was married to probably her cousin or her uncle, because there's 2 of them running around at the time. She was first married to John Bagley. Okay. Now, John and her had a son named John. Now, Margaret forced him into signing papers, and I can find the document later. I'm just running this side of the document, or the genealogy, down. So she forced her son into signing over his rights in Bagley to Sir William Bagley. And so they did have a son. They appeared, either he died or they were divorced, I think, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, you had Margaret was married to John Bagley, then John Savage, then Peter Lee. Okay. John Savage, and Marjorie, his wife, formerly wife of John Bagley, that's the evidence, against William Lee, son of John, for dowry of the manor of Bagley. 25 acres against Richard, son of William. So we established there's a couple different Richards around. You got a Richard that's son of William, then you have a Richard that's son of Richard from another line. And that's in 1358 to 1360. Marjorie against Rosia, which was mentioned earlier, was Rosia de Lee, widow of William Bagley, Knight, dower of 6 massages, 1358-1360. And DLT/B122 dot, which is Peter Lester's work, Cheshire Archives, John, son of Marjorie, grant to William, son of William Bagley, all his rights in Bagley. Shut up. Buddy! Sorry. Buddy! Sorry, I told you this was going to happen. So, John, son of Marjorie, grants William, son of William, all his rights in Bagley. We got that. And then also rights in Bagley. Lord of the lands. Okay. Of Robert Delawade to Rosia, received from William Lee by hand of Isabella Lee, 100 sterling. January 25th, 1358-39. Bagley. Okay. So, I guess I'm going to have to cut the video short today. Sorry about that. I'll mark off where I left, and I hope it's very confusing, but that's the documents and everything that goes with the video. So, if you have any questions or anything, hit me up. Got my PayPal listed. I hired a genealogist today again to help fill in some blanks, and I'm working on doing a DNA project, and that's to run down individual women that, like I mentioned, the Lees, and stuff like that. So if you're out there, you're a descendant of some of these Lees, or you think you might, get a hold of me, and so I can, we're going to do a DNA project. I got a DNA specialist that's going to look at the DNA and see how far, look back and say, hey, you guys share a common ancestor, and it's fact. So have a blessed day. My PayPal's linked, and I'll talk to you later.